Wellington College, and also St. Pat's Silverstream this afternoon in a thrilling game. But joining us on the 86th episode of the Huddy Hui, this man is bringing up a special achievement this weekend, and no doubt it's important that we have him on tonight. Connor Lemon is our guest on the Huddy Hui, the prop for Oriental-Rongotai. Connor, many thanks for coming on the Huddy Hui tonight. It's your 100th game this weekend. How has the build-up been this week?
Yeah, it's been a good week. We've had a bit of a tough season. Been a bit up and down. So just trying to been a lot of tough talks this week about what we need to do and how we can put out an 80-minute performance. We've kind of been we haven't put a complete performance together this year, I don't think yet. So and against PK, it's going to be a big game with the Jimmy Gurvich on the line. And obviously for me being 100 games, it's going to be a big milestone. So yeah, I feel like the feeling's pretty good. The boys are keen to go out there and kind of salvage our season, I guess. Only a couple of games left. It's a lot on the line. So
yeah, let's talk about the season for Oris this year. You've dominated games. You've won games by 1 point. But there's been a real trend in the games where you really haven't fired. And that's been your first half. Is it just because the team's slow out of the block? What's the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, I don't know. We've had some chats about if it's our warm up, if we're switched on enough, or if we're waiting for that first contact. By the time the whistle goes, it's a bit too late to be trying to get into the game. And I think Huddy Hui was a really good example of that. We were down in that first 20 minutes. We were down a couple of tries already, and it's hard to be coming back from that. So trying to come out there,
I think we've just got a bit of a buffering issues here, Connor. We're just breaking up a bit, so hopefully you'll be back soon. Well, in the meantime, Connor's just sorting out his connection. We'll just look at last week's game. Oh, here he's back now. Connor, how's that connection now?
Yep.
Okay, so
I'm not too sure what's happening there.
No, it's a bit different.
Yeah, it just weren't not starting well, and it's really hard to kind of be on the back foot and coming back from that. So we've had a big emphasis on trying to warm up as if we're about to hit the field, and then just when we hit the field and the whistle goes, we're ready to run because it's a bit hard to be down under the post, after 5 minutes into the game and trying to regroup. And so we started well last week, and I think we kind of died out a bit at the end there. So it's trying to get that full 80 minutes to get that win, because a lot of the games that we have lost this year have been quite close. We've been down and we've ended up fighting back, and maybe if there was another 5-10 minutes in the game, we could have got the win. But it's just we've got to start from that first whistle to get going.
The Old Boys University game last week, you were well and truly in the hunt. You were ahead a few times there, and you mentioned that you just faded away a bit. Is that just sort of sticking to the game plan and keeping focused?
Yeah, I think a bit of that. I think we start, trying to stick to the game plan, and we just go through phases, or we switch off at times. And I think that OB was a really good example. It was a real arm wrestle, a real tough game, and both teams were good out there, and anyone could have won. But I think it was just
I think you might still be on the dial up there, Connor. He's just dropped away again, so hopefully he'll be back soon. while he's dealing with his technical issues. Oh, he's back again. There we go. Jumping out like anything, Connor. You on fibre or still on dial-up?
Yeah. No, we're on fibre, but maybe we're out here in the hut and it's just too cold and the wires are all freezing or something. Not sure.
All right, so let's wind back to where it all began for you with Oriental-Rongotai. 2017 was your debut against Avalon. How was that experience?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, I was with I played all my juniors at Marist and played my Colts and senior reserve grade there. So it was a big decision to change to Ori's. It really just came down to wanting some game time and a new opportunity. I wasn't getting a lot of game time for the reserves with Marist, and so I thought, it's a bit hard to, train twice a week and then just get 10, 15 minutes off the bench. So I thought, if I come to Ori's, I might get some more game time, and I think after Sorry.
No, happened again. There's someone playing around with the internet.
I'm not. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was a big decision to change, and so to get called up was a big moment for me. I never played first 15 or anything like that, so playing prems, straight off training, straight down to mum's, tell her, pretty excited and stuff. So it was a big deal for me. And then ended up playing quite a bit that year at hooker with Poneke broke his jaw in the preseason game. So there was a bit of an opportunity there and just try to seize that, I guess.
Now, of course, you said you're playing hooker, but you've also been playing prop. Why the change, and what position do you prefer?
Yeah, so I played hooker all my life. I'd never really played prop, and then with Poneke coming back, you want him on the field. So there was kind of a space at loose head because obviously Wheru had tight head. Didn't really know.
We'll just wait for his internet to behave again. Yeah, but he's back again. There we go. We've mentioned about Fletcher Henry.
Yeah, I tried to believe the video.
We've got a good pose of his chin. Well, it's been frozen there. So he might try and see if he can see what that issue is, Connor. We'll come back to you in a few minutes. And hopefully your connection is better. So let's look at who Oriental-Rongotai are playing for this weekend. They're playing against Poneke for the Jimmy Gerbich Memorial Shield, who is a regular Wellington and New Zealand Maori representative who played for Poneke throughout the 1950s and early 1960s before tragically dying in a late-night car accident near the Tawa Motorway Interchange, age 31. I think we've got Connor back again. You missed the second half of 2020, especially the Jimmy Gerbich match. We just talked about Jimmy Gerbich before. Was it an injury that resulted in you not playing?
In 2020?
2022.
Oh, 22.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so I missed the Jimmy Gerbich because I had COVID. So I was watching that. I think you were commentating that one. And so that was a hard one to watch on the video. But yeah, no, I broke my nose at the end of the season last year, and since it was towards the end, I just wanted to kind of heal up because knowing my luck, I'd probably break it first tackle coming back. So just had the rest of the. I think there's only like 4 or 5 games left, so just had them off and just kind of try to get on the mend. I didn't want to have a wonky nose the rest of my life. So.
Jimmy Gerbich Shield matches are like the Eastern Suburbs Ranfurly Shield. You've played in 5 of the 6 in the last few years. How important is this shield to the club?
Yeah, it's massive. I think out of all of the inter-club ones, this is probably one of the big ones that we want the most. And it's been really competitive over the last few years as well. So we don't have it at the moment, but come Saturday night, hopefully that can change. Yeah, it's a lot of them have been quite close. I think we had a draw a few years back as well. So it's good to have a tight battle, and a lot of the guys know each other. You know, a lot of them went to school together, family, everything like that. So no matter where you're sitting on the table, it's going to be a hell of a battle, and you know that. And having it for our old timers as well, there'll be a good turnout, and it means a lot to a lot of the older guys at the club as well. You know, it's been around for a while, so yeah.
Of course, last year's game, you were at home with COVID, but Poneke won it late, 15-12. Though the street kids have been finding it tough this year, but they always step up for this match. Who do you have to watch out for in the Poneke side?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I just think, you know, as a team, they're always going to get up for it. You know, I think they're a bit of a younger team this year. So, you know, there's a lot on the line, you know, especially with our season, the way it's been going. So I think we just got to go out there and just put in a full 80-minute performance, you know, and play to the ability that I think, you know, our team is capable of. We just haven't really shown it. We've only shown it in glimpses this year. So, yeah, it should be a good battle, which is good. Hopefully the weather stays nice, so we can, you know, let the backs loose and, you know, get some good skills out there.
A lot of the rugby grounds in Wellington this year, with all the rain, have been absolutely sodden and ripped apart, like Wellington College and St Bernard's. How is the polo ground looking? Because there was a bit of work done on it recently.
Yeah. So they put some drainage in, which kind of.
Oh, we just lost you again. We'll just wait for him to get his connection sorted. Now, of course, while we're waiting for him, going back to Jimmy Gerbich, is of Dalmatian and Maori descent, who came to Wellington from Poneke in 1950 and joined Poneke and played every year until his passing. And Poneke won the Jubilee Cup. He also won 1951 while he was playing. Connor, you're back. We were talking about the polo ground. You said there was some drainage done. Is it any good?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on off the Wi-Fi. It's usually pretty good, but yeah, no. So we put some drainage in because we had a game against Tower a few years back, and it was about 15 centimeters deep of water, so that was pretty hard. And so the water doesn't sit on the top now, but the fields like they were supposed to relay it, I think, or that was what we thought. But they just put some drainage in, so it is a bit soft underfoot. But it does hold up a bit better when there's like a week long of rain. So hopefully it holds up this week. We haven't had a few games for a few weeks there, so yeah, it should be. It was looking in good nick last night for training, so hopefully it can not rain this week and it can be a good track for Saturday.
Your 50th game was a special occasion. How special is it that you're going to be playing your 100th game on Old Timers Day?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a big day. I think I had my 50th at home as well. It was Polo Akuso's 200th as well, so I kind of took a bit of the shine off the 50. But no, it's good. It's a big milestone for me. Like I said, not really being too good in college and stuff like that, to be able to stick around and get 100 games for Ori's, a club that, I have a lot of respect and a lot of love for. So, yeah, it's a big achievement and it will be a good game.
And you mentioned college. You went to St. Pat's Town and you said that it didn't go as well as you hoped to, but you have done better since you've left school. Did you ever play for the first 15 at Town?
I had one game, which was against Hatupolda, and we pumped them by like 100 points or something. But I think that we really just ran like our second 15 team. The highest I really made was second, so I went from under 65s to under 65B.
Cool. We'll just wait for his internet to stop misbehaving. So let's just have a little more add to Jimmy Gerbich Memorial. Oh no, he's back again. We're having fun tonight, aren't we, Connor?
Yeah.
Talk about your rugby
Sorry, it's a
career
bit frustrating, to be fair. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was never really the best. I just kind of, it's quite passive, I think. But I think just sticking at it and, slowly growing. And I had a stint at the end of college going to France. So I think that really helped with skills and a bit of confidence and stuff, training 5 days a week. So, it was, I think that kind of helped me, find my love for rugby. And a bit of competitive nature. I think before it was, just something you did for fun, but, just going over there and, being immersed in it, you kind of get a bit more competitive. And then coming back, I've just tried to grow off from there.
In 2013, the second 15 of St. Pat's Town travelled to Blenheim to play Marlborough Boys High School. I think you know the story about Tasker. The team was billeted. How was your experience of billeting? And let's hope the internet holds for this one.
Yeah, you love the story. No, it was a good time. We got billeted with families, and I got billeted one that were kind of living out in the bush. And it was a bit of a weird dinner, let's say. They had a bit of an argument about, I think the dad accused the son of killing the cat, and that was a bit awkward. And then they were asking if I liked the deer that we're having, and the dad's like, yeah, shot this in the weekend, and then the daughter was like, no, Dad, you hit this with the car. So that was a bit awkward. And then after dinner they offered to take me out possum hunting, and by then I was a bit iffy on it. So and it was a bit of an awkward one because the only bathroom was the ensuite bathroom in the parents' room, and I woke up in the middle of the night and needed to go toilet, and I wasn't really keen on walking through there, so I had to kind of hold it in. So that was a pretty long night, not much sleep.
I always remember the next day, Connor, you were as white as a ghost when we got to Lansdowne Park in Blenheim. And, he looks like he's frozen again briefly. Must be still frozen in shock. So as we wait for his feed to come back, Jimmy Gerbich was a multi-skilled flanker, loose forward, who played at a golden age of club rugby. And he played for Wellington for 6 consecutive seasons, New Zealand Māori. He toured Australia in 1959, played against the British and Irish Lions in Auckland, and also in 1959, and trialled for the All Blacks in 1959. He's back again, Connor, and hopefully that wasn't the deer or the pig that was interfering with the feed there. You also played for water polo for the college, and you played quite an important role in the team.
Yeah, so I think growing up, we just tried to play as many sports as they offered, me and my brother. And water polo was a big one. I think it kind of helped, it was in the pool 5 days a week, so good recovery for the body from rugby. And had some good trips for that. It was good fun. I enjoyed playing. I was the goalkeeper, and we had a good team. And I think a few boys in the following years actually got quite good and made some national honours and stuff like that. So yeah.
What has been your best game for Oriental-Rongotai?
Been a few. I'm not too sure. There's a big game a few years back when we played PK, and we got I think like 40 something points, and that was quite a big game for us. I think I played quite well that game. I think got to captain the team last year against Avalon.
We'll just wait for him again. He's Just frozen again. So he got to play captain when they played against Avalon last year. That's quite an important one. As we wait for his feed to come back, a bit more on Jimmy Gerbich. He played for Wellington for 6 consecutive seasons, and one of his former mates and rivals, Gardner, a long-time member of the Oriental-Rongotai club, presented the Jimmy Gerbich Memorial Shield in 1964, and has been contested every year since PK and Oriental in 1964 to 67, and Oris in 68. In their first round, the Battle of the Cutting Clash, and that information was provided by Stephen White from Club Rugby, and he's back again. Connor, we just finished up your best game. You were captain against Avalon.
Yeah, so that was a really important game for me. I ended up breaking my nose, I think, like 30 minutes into the game, so I didn't actually get to finish it. But no, it was quite a good achievement for me as well. I think these are some of the games that I kind of will think back on with fond memories. Something I never thought I'd be able to achieve. So, yeah, a lot of respect and love for the boys. So to be able to captain them was a huge honour.
What's it like to play alongside All Blacks?
Yeah, it's still fizz for that kind of stuff, and with Auris, you've got a few of them. So it's good. We had Ma'anonu coaching us a few years back, and just the wealth of knowledge and love for the game that they have. It's it rubs off on you, and you just want to play out of your skin to kind of show them what you're made of as well. So you've had like Artie, Julian, we've had like Matt Proctor and Mara and all that stuff play alongside. So it's I still fizz for that kind of stuff. It's it's a great honour.
The Magpies, if you win the Saturday, it puts you in a bit of position. You've got a tough match at home against Upper Hutt next week. But in this Jubilee Cup at the moment, the middle chunk of the table is a real mess, and it's going to be a super tight race to make the 8 for the Jubilee. These next 2 games for Oris are important, Connor.
Yeah, hugely. And like I said, we've had some good chats. I mean, I think we can't worry about other results. We can only do what we can do. And I think to get together, finish the season strong, and get maximum points, put us in a good position, and that's all we can really do. We can't worry about what happens with other people. And I think it's been a really good season. It's been really close. It's been probably the most competitive it's been in years. So it's
He's just got the jitters again, so we'll just hold off till he gets a clean feed. Of course, last year's Jimmy Gerbich game was a real thriller, and it's a privilege to be able to call that on Poneke's live stream. Good people there, calling alongside John Jackson as well. And he does a sterling job as president there at Poneke. As we're just await Connor. Here he is. He's back again. So we're just talking about the season.
Yeah, I was just going to try and... Yeah, it's like I said, like the ladder's quite close. I think the top 9 are really, really close. So you just don't want to be in that 9th spot, I guess. And then from then on, that second round, it's anyone's guess what can happen. So
we talk about dedication to rugby. You played 100 games this weekend, but you have to do quite a bit of travel to go to training and games. Yes, whereabouts do you have to?
Yeah, so I live in Upper Hutt. Probably why my connection's so bad. But yes, I've lived out here for the last 4 years. So it's a bit of a mish going into training and stuff. Luckily, I got a work vehicle, so. But yeah, it's a bit of a mission, and it's a bit hard on the kids and the missus who has to look after the kids when I'm away. But just so much love for the club that it's worth it. Getting in there and getting home late. It's no club I'd rather play for at the moment. So it's it's something that it didn't even cross my mind to change clubs when we moved out here. So yeah.
Who's the most fierce opponent you've ever played against in club rugby?
I had some good battles.
Oh, we just lost him again. So we'll just hold. We haven't got many questions left, Connor. So when you come back, we'll finish up very quickly. Oh, there he is. Your fiercest opponent, Connor.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's a lot of teams. Like your OBUs are going to be playing fast rugby. Your Norths are going to be playing quite physical games. It's always big against Marist and Poneke, just due to the proximity and the school and how everyone knows each other. And I always love the Marist games just because it's my old club and stuff like that as well. But yeah, the PK one is one of the ones that the boys like the most, with the shield on the line, and the boys love to get up for it. It's a bit of like a state of O kind of thing. So yeah, it should be a real good game this week. Regardless of the season, this game alone always stands out. So.
And what do you do outside of footy, Connor?
Not a lot with 2 kids. I don't have a lot of time. My partner works on Sundays, so I usually just sit at home with the kids and feel sorry for myself and recover because I'm usually a bit sore. Tried to get into a bit of golf this year. My brother's got quite into that, so I try and go out with him a bit more over summer. It's quite fun. Just a bit, it's competitive, but it's not as taxing on the body as rugby. So yeah, just trying to get into that maybe a bit more over summer this year.
What does the future hold for Connor Lemon, and will you play as long as Fetu Henry?
I don't think I've got that in me. This is actually my last year of rugby. The kids are 2 and 4. So they've started playing themselves. I actually signed them up for Ori, so we drive in there for trainings and games as well with them. And as they're getting a bit older, I want to spend a bit more time with them. I'm gone Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, and so I want to put a bit more time into watching their games and coaching them and stuff. So yeah, I made the decision that this would be my final year. So hopefully we can go all the way. And getting the 100 as well is kind of a good kind of milestone to check out on. And yeah, so I'll probably play maybe socially or something because I think I'll get itchy feet. So maybe just rock up for a social game and like roll on, roll off kind of thing. But yeah, I've loved it. Really enjoy rugby. It's been playing it since I was 4. So I think I'll see how long I can last on the sidelines. But yeah, for now the idea is to finish this year out and have some time off and just spend some time with the family and yeah, kind of. So.
Well, Connor, it's been fantastic having on the Huddy Hui tonight. Hopefully you can still hear me while we give you the fitting farewell. But we wish you all the best on Saturday for your 100th game. Hopefully the occasion is a spectacular one and that Oris enjoy their battle against Poneke. All right, so
all right, sorry. Not the best.
Not the best. I just gave you a flattering farewell, Connor.
Yeah, so. No, I heard that. I was been hearing you. So no, that was good. Yeah, hopefully the boys go well and we finish the season well. No one wants to go out on a loss. So yeah, we've got the goods. We've got the team to do it. Full faith in the boys and stuff. So if we can just put out what we know we're capable of.
All good, Connor. Well, we'll let you go. You have a good rest of your evening. And many thanks for coming on the Huddy Hui. That is Connor Lemon, the prop forward for Oriental-Rongotai, bring up his 100th game this weekend in the state of origin of the eastern suburbs, the Jimmy Gerbich Memorial Shield. And when we had some little internet glitches there, we were able to give you some insight into Jimmy Gerbich, and what a character he was. He passed away at age 31, tragically in a car accident. A player that could have gone on to higher honours was Jimmy Gerbich, and he played every season, actually, for his time when he played for Poneke, and it was good that they are playing for that shield. And if we're speaking about shields, last week's McBain Shield was a big one, 49 points to 32. Poneke over Huddy Boys Maris. What a thrilling game it was. And speaking about a thrilling game, earlier today was the King Grey first 15 traditional between Wellington College and St Patrick's College Silverstream. Played in horrendous field conditions at Wellington College. They've seriously got to look at doing something about that field because it's chewed up in parts and it became quite a dogfight. But Wellington College, having bounced back after a loss to Wairarapa College last week in the Wairarapa, while they toiled hard and they fought hard, they had the better of Silverstream in the scrums. That was quite an important area of the game. And they were very good over the ball with the breakdown. Good to see Jack Riley back on the field. Of course, he was on the Huddy Hui a few episodes ago. But Silverstream held out Wellington College, and they beat them 32 points to 19 to retain the King Grey Cup. And also there was another traditional today. St Bernard's College played Hatopolda College. They couldn't play at St Bernard's. Well, that field is another one that's gone for the season. Another field they've got to have to do something seriously about, because it's a bit of a health and safety risk. So they went up to NZCIS, and St Bernard's prevailed 55-7 this afternoon in their traditional. Well, let's look at the rest of round 5 of the first 15 competition. Scots play host to Hibs. That's 2 versus 4. St Pat's Town have Mana, and Rongotai College play host to St Bernard's College. And now we're coming up to the penultimate round of the Swindale Shield, the second to last round of the Swindale Shield. And this is going to be an enthralling round, because we potentially could have the winner of the Swindale Shield this weekend. We'll talk about those scenarios very soon. Let's look at the games. Huddy Boys Maris played Norths. Huddy sitting 9th, and they have to hope results go their way in these last 2 rounds because they are quite shaky. They may actually miss out on the top 8 of the Jubilee. That's how important that game against Poneke was last week. If they won it, they would be in a better position. Johnsonville play host to Avalon out there at Helston Park. Oriental-Rongotai and Poneke, the Jimmy Gerbich Memorial Shield. Well, it's a brilliant game. It was a thrilling one last year to call, and it will always live up to its expectations, and that's at the Polo Ground. Wainuiomata play MSP out there at William Jones Park. Wellington host Tawa at Hotairo Park. Now, these are the 2 big games this weekend. We've got Upper Hutt playing Old Boys University at Maidstone Park. And the game that I'm on radio for, Te Puka o Te Ika, and maybe we might do a Huddy Sports broadcast, we'll see how we go, is Parramatta Plimpton versus Poneke. So Parramatta Plimpton top of the table, and Poneke sitting at 3rd. But here's the scenario. Now, if Parramatta beat Poneke and Old Boys University lose to Upper Hutt, Parramatta potentially will win the Swindale Shield. Now, in the case both teams win, and it comes down to the final round, well, what we're actually going to see is potentially a Swindale Shield final at Rugby League Park between Old Boys University and Parramatta Plimpton. And what a thrilling way that will be. So there are 2 possible scenarios this Saturday. Parramatta could win it if Old Boys University lose to Upper Hutt, or we could see a Swindale final at Rugby League Park next week. So all to play for in Swindale Shield. It's enthralling stuff, and we're really looking forward to it. So just a reminder, I'm on Te Puka o Te Ika this Saturday, and we're going to be out at Ngāti Toa Domain, Parramatta Plimpton versus Poneke, and we'll let you know on our pages if we also look to live stream that one as well, but we'll let you know within the next 48 hours if that's the case. So that's the Huddy Hui for tonight, episode 86. We'll be back next Wednesday, episode 87, same time on Wednesday, the 21st of June, and no doubt this weekend's rugby is going to be entertaining. I'm Brad Hudson. Ciao for now.